All right. This is kind of weird, so bear with me. I wrote this down because I want to make sure I pick my words right. But hello, friends, Portlanders, random people on the internet who will see this. My name is Jessie Sponberg. There's something important I need to explain to you guys. Last Sunday at the Portland airport, while I was covering the refugee rally for Fight Church Media, a decision was made to neutralize a violent situation developing during an otherwise peaceful action. This decision had zero, let me say that again, this decision had zero to do with how a person voted or whether they are officially white nationalists or members of some other crazy party. I want to make this point very clear because there's been much disagreement, and I don't want everybody arguing about what might have happened when I know exactly what happened. And I hope you guys know I would never lie to you about something like this. I support the decision made to neutralize the threat because it was once again coming from the same group of violent, white supremacist, religious extremists who were once again manifesting another dangerous situation inside the airport at a time of great national distress. I was there as a journalist. I had a press pass. I was shooting footage. But I had to stop shooting footage a little while before this happened because I had to neutralize another situation where the same exact group violently attacked a female protester, pulling her to the ground by her hair and wrestling with her when she was on the ground. They broke my glasses and they threw my hat off the sky bridge. These guys could have caught a bad one right there. This was a peaceful protest, and I was determined to keep it that way for the greater good. Turns out that before they got to the airport that day, they spent their morning terrorizing immigrant communities and their supporters inside their churches during services, targeting our most marginalized and powerless in their places of worship, violating their sanctuary in a sanctuary city. This localized terror has gone on for a long time, and it's been protected as free speech. I've been screamed at and antagonized so many times. I've never given it any more effort than barely raising my voice. But this went beyond freedom of speech. These are the same type of zealots who walk into houses of worship, houses of peace, and kill people. But since there had never been an immediate threat to public safety that required such direct involvement, nothing like that ever happened. But these dudes just won't quit. They're relentless. It's all on video. I'm sure more video will be released soon. And it's going to show that a crazy situation was quickly diffused in what I consider to be a relatively noble move. It could have gotten really ugly in there. The police showed us more than once that they were willing to let these guys run wild and put their hands on all kinds of people. Nobody kicked anybody. There was nothing metallic. It was just some bullies telling lies after they reaped the fruits of their disgusting labor. Classic story. To be very clear, this is not some deep, thought-out ideological decision. This wasn't about religion. It wasn't about politics. It was about stopping a violent and threatening series of behaviors in a vacuum. It wasn't a lifetime achievement award for being jerks. It was a strictly situational decision made once these bullies decided to square up. I could see they're letting something develop into large-scale violence or nip it in the bud. And it worked. It got nipped in the bud. Stay with me. And to everybody who has suffered at the tongues of the vile, for everyone who's had to sleep with the wicked words of hate, to those who have experienced the terror of Christian extremists like the Westboro Church and their contemporaries, to everyone who has ever been told that their loved ones are in hell or that God hates them, I know this world is a scary place. And there are people actively working to marginalize you and would just as soon you didn't exist. But I want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone. Promise. So now things should get pretty weird. Once I put this out in public, things are going to get crazy. I'm going to go down to the police station in the morning, and I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully this will all blow over and serve as a teachable moment, but you never know in this crazy world. So I'm definitely going to need some support. And if you want to throw some money, I'd really appreciate that too. I left a fundraising page in the description underneath this video. So do me a favor, share this video with your friends, and I hope it clears some things up. And just remember, you're not alone. You are not alone.